Hello everybody and welcome to Mondoid, your one-stop shop for all things Project Zomboid, and this week, 26 out proper on Steam. That's exciting news for a lot of people, I'm sure. This particular blog is going to be relatively short, which is always exciting for me because that means sometimes I don't have to kind of blibble blabble about blabble blibble blabble. Basically, there's not much for me to talk about, so I get to be a little bit lazy this week, which is not that bad. So, as the title of the blog points out, Build 26 is officially out on Steam proper. Not on the I will back up my save file, not on the beta. It is the proper 100% released version on Steam right now. So if you're one of those people who didn't want to go into the beta, who didn't want to go into the I will back up my save, like alpha testing of this build, just to be safe, your game will update today as you play it, which means proper introduction of multiplayer, proper introduction of the new cooking system, amongst many other things. There's actually a change list here you can go and click on to go read all the details of what has been added, what has been fixed and tweaked, and I highly suggest you go do that, as there are going to be some systems in the game you're not going to recognize, including a fishing system. So check it out, there's a lot of exciting things. If you're one of those anti-Steam people and are a Desura fanboy, don't worry, Desura looks like they're getting updated tonight, and as long as nothing blows up, they said. So the Desura one is also going to get the Build 26, which marks one of the very few times, at least that I've noticed, that Desura build gets updated the same day the Steam one gets updated, which is awesome. Desura is a great little service for indie games and upcoming indie games. If you don't know, Desura is one of the earliest places you could have bought, or was the earliest place you could have bought Project Zomboid, as well as stuff like Scavenger and so on. So if you don't have Desura, I would highly suggest go checking it out. It works like Steam, but it's made for them indie games. It's made for the games that are not, that are still being developed. There's a lot of early access there. Early access kind of was on Desura before it was on Steam. And I think Desura does a better job at curating what goes on there. So, again, check out Desura. I think it's a cool little program. And if you already own it on Desura and play it primarily on Desura, it looks like you're getting updated later today. Let's see. Propane tanks. Woohoo! There's going to be propane tanks that can be added to barbecues. That's about it. Okay, moving on. Map-tastic testing. Looks like the new area in the map is being tested. That's awesome. What that means is that as it finishes up its testing, as things are working, and they can kind of put a check mark next to it's not broken. That means we're getting one step closer to having that new area of the map released to the general public. Always exciting for us. Office plans. It looks like, oh, this is awesome. It does look like the Project Zomboid team is no longer going to be working out of their bedroom. They are getting an office. I am cheering for them. That is such big news. That is so exciting for them. For the longest time, they've been working out of their bedrooms, their houses, etc., etc. And now they finally are going to be working out of an office. That just means, whoa, hello, Attack of the Yawns. That just means everybody who's working on things together will get to see each other every day. They give a good example, like Lemmy and Ringo D will be able to work together with NPC stuff every single solitary day. An office space just typically means for people that they are able to work a little bit harder and a little bit more effectively or efficiently on what they are working on. That's why Office exists. So I'm excited. It's very good for them. I'm so excited for them. I'm so glad they're actually getting it. That's a big step for them. And that's it. That's the blog. I know, 3 minutes and 40 seconds or so. Sorry, not a lot to talk about here, but that's all right. I hope you guys enjoyed the blog. I would suggest coming to the blog itself and clicking on the link that shows the big change list for Build 26. If you enjoyed it, make sure you come back next time. If you're one of the once-a-weekers, I will see you next week. If you're a regular, I will see you later today. And as always, I'll see all of you next time. Bye-bye.